This lesson is on 2-2, solving one-step equations by adding or subtracting. When given an equation, for example, x plus 5 equals 7. If we want to solve this equation for x, we'll have to undo the addition of this 5 right here. In order to do that, what we'll do is, because it's x plus 5, we'll subtract 5 on both sides. 5 minus 5 crosses off, and we're left with x on the left side of our equal sign. On the right side of our equal sign, we're left with 7 minus 5, which is 2. Here's example number 2. We're going to take x minus 2 equal to 8. To undo the subtraction right here with the minus 2, we'll be adding 2 to both sides of our equal sign. Remember that in equation, whenever we add something to one side of the equation, we have to add it to the other side of the equation so that our equation stays equal. So negative 2 and a positive 2 on the left side cross off, and we're left with x. On the right side, we have a positive 8 and a positive 2, so 8 plus 2 is 10. In example 3, we have x plus 4 equals 5. To isolate our variable of x, we'll have to undo this addition of plus 4. So we'll be subtracting 4 on both sides of our equal sign. A positive 4 and a negative 4 cross off. That adds up to 0, and we're left with x equals 5 minus 4 on the right side, or 1. Example 4, we have x minus 3 equals 4. Here we need to undo the subtraction of this minus 3 in order to isolate our variable of x. So we'll be adding 3 to both sides of our equation to get x equals 4 plus 3 is 7. In example 5, we have 5 minus m equals 3. We need to isolate our m, which is right here. So be very careful here. We have a positive 5 and a negative m. In order to isolate our negative m, we'll need to subtract this 5 on both sides. Positive 5 and a negative 5 cross off. And on the left side of our equal sign, we're left with negative m. Make sure that this negative sign carries down with the m. On the right side of our equal sign, we have a positive 3 and a negative 2. Different signs subtract. We get a negative 2. We're not done here. Because we have a negative m, we always have to solve for a positive variable. Really, this is a negative 1 times m. So to undo this multiplication, we'll be dividing by negative 1 on both sides. This will leave us with m equals 2. In example 6, we're given h plus 2/5 equals 7/10. In order to undo the addition of plus 2/5, we'll need to subtract 2/5 on both sides. A positive 2/5 and a negative 2/5 will cross off, and on the left side we'll have h. On the right side we have 7/10 minus 2/5. In order to subtract fractions, we'll need a common denominator. of 10, which means this 5 needs to be multiplied by 2. And we'll do that top and bottom to make this 4/10. So really we have 7/10 minus 4/10, which is 3/10. We can't reduce that fraction, so h equals 3/10 is our final answer. In example 7, we're given -6 equals 1/4 plus m. In order to solve this equation, we'll need to isolate our m by getting rid of this 1/4. In order to do that, we will be subtracting 1/4. Really, we have a positive 1/4 plus m, positive m. We could rewrite that as m plus 1/4. So really, it's addition right there. And so we'll be subtracting 1/4 on both sides of our equal sign. On the right side of our equal sign, we have 1/4 minus 1/4, which of course cancels out. On the left side of our equal sign, we have a -6 and a -1/4. Same sign add, so basically we have 6 plus 1/4, which is 6 1/4, and it is negative. Here's example number 8. We have 2/3 plus w equals 3/2. In this example, we'll be isolating our variable of w by subtracting 2/3 on both sides. On the left side, a positive 2/3 and a negative 2/3 will cross off, and we'll be left with w equals. Now we have 3/2 minus 2/3. Again, we'll need to find a common denominator, which is 6. In order to make our denominator 6, we'll have to multiply the left one by 3, giving us 9/6. And we'll have to multiply our right one by 2, top and bottom, giving us 4/6. So we have 9/6 minus 4/6, which gives us 5/6. In example 10, we have 3/4 equals w plus 2/5. We'll be isolating our variable of w right here by subtracting 2/5 on both sides. Minus 2/5, minus 2/5. Positive 2/5 and a negative 2/5 cross off, and we're left with w equals, and now we have 3/4 minus 2/5. We'll need a common denominator of 20. So here we'll have 15/20. Here we'll have 8/20. 15 minus 8 gives us 7. In the bottom, in our denominator, we will still have 20. So our answer is 7/20. And our last example, number 10, we have a -7/10 equals y minus 3/5. In order to isolate our variable of y, we'll need to add 3/5 to both sides of our equation. On the right side, our 3/5 cancel out, and we're left with y. On the left side, we have a -7/10 plus 3/5. We will need a common denominator of 10, so we'll be multiplying this fraction by 2 to get 6/10. So we have a -7/10 plus 6/10. Now we have different signs, so we will be subtracting. 7 minus 6 is 1, or a negative 1, because our 7 holds the negative sign, the larger number. So a negative 1 over 10 is our final answer.